What is up? Welcome to the gym. Super glad you're here today. We're diving into the routine. Every rep here tells a story of effort and progress, and I'm about to share exactly what goes into getting them gains. Grab some popcorn. Let's do it. Y'all, tried to record this thing while I was running, and it wasn't working. I know what I'm talking about. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Michael. Today we're gonna dive into the routine, what I'm currently doing to get to the 10,000 pound club. Now, what is the 10,000 pound club? What's cool? It's like the 1,000 pound club, where you take your lifts from squat, bench press, deadlift, add them together, get 1,000 pounds. But the 10,000 pound club, it's your 10 rep max, which means it's gonna take 10 times the strength. Take a lot of work. Last I checked, I was at 7,500 pounds, which is 75%. We'll see what I'm at when I test next week, but that's where we're at. So stay tuned, we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so my entire routine revolves around 3 movements. First movement being the squat. Now the squat's super important. One of the heavy lifts that is measured in powerlifting. This is my strongest lift right now. I do my heaviest weight right here. I feel the most comfortable in the squat. Squats are a total body movement. They build leg strength, core stability, and all around, they're a really good workout to do. So the next one, super important, the bench press. Now, the bench press is a lot of people's favorites. It makes you feel good. Out of all the exercises, a lot of people feel the best on the bench press. And finally, the final movement of the 3 primary movements is the deadlift. Now, the deadlift is what I thought I'd be best at. I ended up on my first attempt on 1 rep maxes lifting heavier in my squat than I did my deadlift, which is not the most common. Over the past 5 weeks, I've definitely seen a ton of improvement in this lift, and it really goes back to a lot of comfort over the bar and ability to keep your back, everything straight, and focus on just form as you lift up. To me, the only real way to deadlift is the conventional deadlift. That's gonna be the way to do it. Although some people do the sumo, and on my training plan, I do a little bit of variations so that I can get into both stances and not just do the exact same thing every time. But as far as the 10,000 pound club goes, conventional deadlift is the one that I'm measuring. Other things to keep in mind, mindset. Mindset's key. As you go into these heavy lifts, you need to put yourself in a mindset that's gonna push you through it. When you're sitting under the bar and there's 225, 315, however much weight that you got down there, if you let go and drop it, it's over, done. When you quit on those reps, it's not because you physically cannot continue, it's because you have mentally given up, and it's important not to do that. For me, throw out some good music, and I just vibe. I get in there, I just bounce around a bit, and then push. So mindset's important, and if you go into it with a weak mindset, you're gonna lift some weak weights. Okay, let's get into it. My workout routine for my 6-week plan here is quite intense, so let's break it down. We've got 4 weeks, and by 4, I mean 6. So in these 6 weeks, we have 5 days a week that we're working out. So we got our bench focused, legs, so that's your squat, your deadlift, another bench, another legs, and then a 3rd bench. So this is how it's broken out. 3 days focused on bench, which is upper body, get your back, your chest, all of the things. And then 2 days focused on legs, which is your squats, your deadlifts, and then accessory work. So as for accessories, for bench, I've got dumbbell row, dumbbell overhead press, weighted pull-ups, and then an additional whatever I'm feeling that day. The legs accessories, I switch it up each time. It's usually leg press, maybe some RDLs. Back to the routine. The first week, high rep, high weight. Second week, reps are starting to go a little bit down, weight's going a little bit up. So if we think about it, make a graph here. So weight trending upward, reps trending downward to the end of the 5-week program. And then the 6th week, this is my test week. Checking my progress, doing my 1 rep maxes, all of that stuff. So that's gonna be actually next week. It will be week 6 for me. I've just gotten through this program and it's doing pretty good so far. Now, I know what you're thinking. Where's the rest in there? You need to recover a little bit. And so as for deloads, I think that's important. Week 3 is the deload week. So now you can look at it like this. Reps are high, they get lower until we're doing just 1 reps or 1 to 4 reps rep range over here. And then as for weight, it's lower and increases over time. Here's the final routine. At the end of the day, consistency is important, patience is important, and it's also important to celebrate those small wins. It's not gonna happen overnight. So the 10,000 pound club, I got a ways to go, but we'll keep pushing. Whew. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we talked about all of my routine, talk about the squats, talk about the bench press and the deadlift. Appreciate you guys. Stick around. I'll be posting more. Like, follow, all that kind of stuff. Whatever the YouTubers say. And next video will be my 1 rep maxes. So that'll be exciting. All right, thanks guys.